So Diana goes or asks, my daughter has MS. She's 38 and was diagnosed 7 years ago with progressive MS, many lesions on spinal column and optic nerve. She runs dry and cool. You said in a previous interview you've had great success with treating MS. I'm a folk herbalist and she's willing to take my herbal concoctions. What herbs should be in her diet that I could grow or forage and make into formulas for her? Thank you for any information you could provide. And she also says, I know you can't diagnose, etc.
Yeah, this is going to be tricky to answer because I've been treating MS for a long time. I'm probably one of two herbalists who treat it the most. We know an awful lot about it now. We can get great results. The problem is that people's cases are quite different. Most people with MS are cool and dry, as was suggested, in terms of their constitution. It's a disease that affects people with that sort of metabolism. So I can recommend a couple, but the answer is much more complicated than we can go into in this kind of a situation. I have taught some classes on it. You can go to my school and take a look at recorded classes and see if you can pull out something there. The first herb is the herb gotu. Since my main expertise is in the area of neurology, I use gotu constantly. It's probably the best herb in the world for nerve rejuvenation. So it helps to heal nerves that have been traumatized, crushing injuries, any kind of nerve disease like we have here, nerve diseases caused by virus, all kinds of things. Gotu. That's Gotukola. It's a flimsy little salad vegetable, but it's just fantastic for this sort of thing. Because it's mild, we have to use a substantially high dose. And so 30 grams would be a typical dose as tea of the dried gotu. When we talk about herbs, we describe the dose in terms of the weight of the dried herb, and then you can use the appropriate amount of water, whatever you would like there. So 30 grams brewed into tea. So that's going to be many tablespoons of dried chopped gotu. Doesn't taste too bad, kind of like lawn grass. Most people are fine with drinking it. So there's one. Calamus is sometimes used. That's a very general brain remedy, and it enhances circulation to the brain. We know that. Google, which I mentioned here just a moment ago, is actually widely used in Ayurveda for nerve diseases, including MS. I don't use it so much for that. I think there might be other things that are better, but if you just even go to the internet and Google, you'll find a lot of Ayurvedic uses in that way. And then the myelin that's being degraded in multiple sclerosis is a fat, and so sources of healthy fat are going to be beneficial. I like evening primrose oil. That's given me the best clinical results, but probably you could use any other kind of dietary fat. I know very little about foraging in North America. I'm not sure what I could really suggest, so I'm not going to go down that road, but at least those are some things to get started.